Alright, so this is the game that I wrote to learn Unreal Engine 5. You'll notice that the droid's name is U5E1, which is obviously a little bit of a play on Unreal Engine 5.1. Learned a whole bunch by writing this, but without any ado, let's go ahead and jump into the game. U5E1, come in. Can you hear me? Ah, thank goodness. I thought I'd lost you. What's your system status? That must mean your internal reactor was damaged in the crash and you're running on battery backups. You're right, but the news gets even worse. The sandstorm in the area is preventing us from getting a fix on your location, so you're on your own for a while. First things first, you need to find some additional power. Use your long-range scanners to see if there are any nearby power sources. Great. Make your way towards it. If I seem a little disinterested during the intro, it's because I've heard this thing about 100 times now. It is a set sequence of events that happens. Be careful, some of the droids might have survived the crash. See if you can grab some power. Have you tried jumping? Just wonderful. Scan again. Maybe there's another power source nearby. Scanning does use a lot of power, and the sandstorm will limit the range, but it's worth a try. Finally, some good news. Head towards it. So I'm not going to try to talk during the intro too much because my voice is the voice actor. But as I'm traveling to the new destination, I can talk a little bit, but almost there. Awesome. Collect as many of the crystals as you can, but make it quick. Some of the assault droids did survive that crash, and they're after you. Just hang on, U5. I'll be down there as soon as the storm clears. Just keep using your scanner. Maybe you'll come across an allied base. So one of the mechanics that's not really talked about here is bonus when jumping. If you collect more than one crystal in a single jump, you actually get more power. That's what the numbers above actually indicate. So it's beneficial to try to do that. It's not necessary, but it is beneficial. You'll notice that I'm getting shot at now, which raises the stakes a little bit. And some of the droids are actually getting very close, so I need to focus in and wrap collecting these crystals up. You're doing great, U5. Just get out of there before you're surrounded. You're faster than them. So I'll go ahead and show a little bit of the main gameplay loop, which is scan, find places to go visit them, and rinse and repeat. It's actually a pretty fun little game. I almost died during the recording, but this is actually perfect. This is a gather circle that has both armor and power. And I need both right now. But I need to make sure I do this actually relatively quickly so I don't die this time. But hey, if I die, it'll just mean the game's okay. There's only 30 crystals here. Done. Found some more armor and power. I'm going to keep playing until I find a question mark, which shouldn't take very long. I can actually use both power and armor, so these are good things right now. So this one's a little interesting. This is the one that has the little spotlight where you can see it. It's just coming into the shadows now. And if I get hit by that spotlight, it actually sounds an alarm. So I'll press the power and there's the alarm. And it spawned the droids. And I need to get out of here so I don't die. And thankfully there's an armor thing up here. Ooh, that was a good shot. Once again, I'm going to focus in on trying to get these as quickly as possible so the droids don't catch up and kill me. But I also really do need this armor. Done. Hopefully we get a question mark. And the game's not cooperating with me right now, because I think it's sensing that I'm near death. Oh, this is another one of the ones with the circle, the spotlight, which you can see better. And if I get triggered by that spotlight, it's going to spawn more baddies, which I don't want, but just triggered it anyway. Still no question marks. But I mean, you can see the main gameplay loop here is actually pretty fun. If you play it, it's actually a little more tense than you'd think, because you got things shooting at you and you've got to manage power. Although it's giving me plenty of power right now. Normally it's not quite so kind. Almost there. Ooh, it's power and armor again, which is good. Again, only 30 crystals. Almost done. Come on, question mark. Still no question marks. Oh. This is turning into a longer video than I expected. Anyway, I had a lot of fun writing this, learned a whole heck of a lot. Very, very comfortable with Unreal 5 now. Hopefully that my patrons enjoy the game if they decide to download it and play it. Always appreciate you guys' support, and obviously Vagabond's Quest is the next thing to work on. And it is loving giving me these crystals today. Gonna go ahead and scan since I don't really need any of this stuff. And once again, it did not give me anything interesting. So I'm just gonna move on. You don't have to complete the crystals if you don't need any of the resources. Eventually, I plan to improve the game just a tad bit and actually release it on itch. One of those things is actually creating a scoring mechanism where completing one of these circles, i.e. gathering all the resources, is one of the things that gives you a lot of points because there's danger associated with it. Still no question marks. I'm just gonna keep visiting the non-question marks and hope I can eventually get a question mark. If this keeps happening, I might just beat the game in the video, which would be disappointing. Alright, this is another one that's gonna spawn if I get hit by the spotlight, which I just did, but that's okay. I have to go visit these other ones. There's a question mark. Let's go visit the question mark. Obviously the power icons give you power, shield icons give you armor. As you've seen, the power icon can indicate the gather circle that's both power and armor. I decided to favor the more important resource of power. If you do run out of power, you're effectively dead because it means that you're gonna not be able to do anything, including move. I believe this is gonna be the Desert Kraken because I'm not seeing anything visually. So I'm gonna go up to this slowly and you'll actually see one of the Niagara effects that I spent a little while on that I was actually really happy how it turned out.
That's a Desert Kraken. Get out of there, U5.
So that's actually a fun thing to show. There's a bunch more question marks that you can encounter. They're the most fun by far. That's a really good example of the gameplay loop, and it's actually a pretty fun game, I think. And you can either wait for it on itch or join my Patreon and get instant access to it. Obviously, Vagabond's Quest is up next, and super excited to get started on that. And we'll be making videos at least every couple of weeks once that's to the point where it's something visual, which might take me about a month. Who knows? But we'll be very, very excited once I'm able to show everyone that game and its progress, and even get you guys playing. Anyway, that will wrap it up for this video, and thanks.